Hola niños, ¿cómo están? Today's letter is la letra P. P. The letra P makes pretty much the same sound in Spanish as it does in English. It's just a little bit softer. P. P. So here are some words that begin with the letter P. First we have a ball. In Spanish we call a ball a pelota. Pelota. Next, we have a dog. You might remember this word. A dog is a perro. Perro. Next, we have a bird. A bird in Spanish is called a pájaro. Pájaro. And finally, we have a fish. In Spanish, he's called a pez. Pez. There are 4 different Spanish-speaking countries that begin with the letter P. So let's look at all of them. First, we have Panama. Panama. Panama is in Central America. It links the countries of Costa Rica and all the other Central American countries to the continent of South America. It joins South America at the country of Colombia. Panama is also a very important country because it has the Panama Canal. You might be able to see it on the map going right through the middle of the country. The Panama Canal allows ships to sail from one end of North America to the western end of North America without having to sail all around the world to get there. They actually blew the country up with dynamite and dug a hole through the center of the country to form the Panama Canal, all so that boats could pass through. And here's what it looks like. So Panama is a very important, although it's little, a very important country in Central America. The next country we're going to talk about is Paraguay. Paraguay is a country in South America. It's surrounded by land. It's one of the only Spanish-speaking countries in the world that doesn't touch the ocean on any side. It's surrounded by Argentina, Brazil, and Bolivia all around it. Here's the flag of Paraguay. One unusual thing about the flag of Paraguay is that it has a different picture on the front than on the back. On the front of the flag is this star picture, but on the back of the flag there's a picture of a lion. So it's kind of like a coin. It's double-sided like a coin is. It's the only double-sided flag in the whole world. In Paraguay, they like to drink a special kind of tea called tereré. This man is the president of Paraguay and he is drinking some tereré. It's a cold tea that you drink with this special straw in a special cup. And it's really, really good on a hot day. Our next country that begins with la letra P is Peru. Peru is also in South America. It's over on the western side of South America. And it has lots of interesting things in it. Here's the flag of Peru. The flag has a tiny picture of a llama in it. Can you see the llama? In Peru, llamas are very important because most of the country of Peru is very, very mountainous. The mountains are very high and the llamas can walk up and down those mountains very easily. So llamas are important animals to the people of Peru. Another thing you'll find in Peru is Machu Picchu, an ancient city way on the top of the Andes Mountains. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's an amazing place that nobody knew about until really recently. Our last country that begins with la letra P is Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a tiny island in the Caribbean Sea. It's not that far away from Florida. Puerto Rico is called a Commonwealth of the United States. It's not quite a state, but it's not quite by itself either. It's somewhere in the middle. the United States kind of protects Puerto Rico. So the flag of Puerto Rico looks a little bit like the United States flag. That's to show that they're sort of part of the United States, but they're also kind of different, and the flag shows that too. Puerto Rico is a really, really beautiful place since it's an island. And because it's somewhat protected by the United States, it's very easy to travel there. So a lot of times people go on cruises or vacations to Puerto Rico to spend time on this beautiful Spanish-speaking island. Finally, we have a person whose first and last names begin with la letra P. His name is Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso was an artist from Spain, and he looked like this. His paintings are very unusual. It's really easy to spot a Picasso painting because they often will look something like this. They look a little bit like a little kid drew it. Here's another painting by Picasso. They look a little bit like he doesn't quite know how to draw. But this is a style of drawing called cubism. He makes everything in his painting very square looking. So you'll see lots of squares and rectangles and triangles, lots of straight lines in his paintings. And he is a very, very famous artist. You might have seen some of his paintings in other places. So that is la letra P. So today we're going to be talking about profesiones. Profesiones. I bet you can guess from the picture what profesiones are. So I want you to think about ¿qué quieres ser? What do I want to be when I grow up? We'll see you next time. Adios, amigos.